Insane, you make me crazy, insane. That's how I feel, that's how I feel.
Let the music control your body.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what. I look like a hot mess, and I'm not even afraid to tell you because it's the fucking truth. And I will tell you why. Here's a little interesting tidbit of information for you. I honestly never realized how popular my videos truly are. I am only doing this as a diary, and I have people come up to me in public that I do not even fucking know. And they're like, "Oh my god, your fucking videos are great." And I'm like, "I don't understand why you would even say that." And they'll be like, "Well, I only watched tidbits of them, but you're funny as fuck." And I'm like, "Well, okay, I appreciate your support." And the first thing that flies out of my mouth is, "Are you a subscriber?" And like most of them are. So I'm like, this is completely shocking information. I don't mind you only watching tidbits of my videos because sometimes they're really fucking long and people only have an attention span. Now, I have a couple of guys that want to fucking hook up with me who will sit there and learn word for word what I say in all of my videos, which is creepy as fuck to me. But at any rate, that really made me feel good to know that some of the things that I say have an effect on other people, and it shocked me to know that the number of people who, if they are not subscribers to my videos, have at least watched one of them. The clarity of my voice on this thing is absolutely absurd, or I guess I should say lack of clarity of my voice. This shit's really starting to tax my nerves. So y'all are gonna have to overlook me for a little bit. I have given so many massages lately that my shoulder blades feel like they have completely deteriorated into nothing. I want to start with some good news. Today is January 3rd, 2016. I'm not even going to say Happy New Year. Um, you'll figure out the reason for that shortly. The good news is that I had a massage client come over here today. Um, he beat all I have ever seen. And I'm pausing for the dramatic effect of that. First, he's texting me all day long after he decides that he wants a massage. Then he goes to work, and the entire time he's at work, he's texting me on the telephone. And an hour before he gets here, he orders pizza, soda, gets beer, an entire case of fucking beer, um, and buys cigarettes for me. Which my fucking cigarette machine exploded, as they are notorious for doing. I tend to have the bad habit of letting other people touch my things, and I'm telling you, some of the people that touch my things, everything they touch turns into pure fucking chaos. They have destroyed my cigarette machine, so now I have to buy packs of cigarettes again, which is extremely expensive. At any rate, this guy bought them for me. Well, then the dude comes over here and is acting really suspicious. Mind you, this is his first time being my client. He comes over here and is acting all suspicious and shit, and like walking around my house like somebody's the boogeyman or something's gonna jump out from behind a fucking closed door. And then he sets the beer down and is like trying to fight through the handle of the beer to get the cigarettes that he had bought for me out. So I was like, what the fuck's wrong with this one? Anyhow, he comes in here and immediately hands me like my hourly rate for massage. And I'm like, this is kind of strange. And I said, why are you giving me this now? You know, I've not even massaged you yet. And he's like, just for your time. Well, fuck it. Thanks. You know, I really appreciate that. And I appreciate all these gifts that you've bought for me. Beer, cigarettes, or whatever. Pizza. So anyhow, the dude is like, he comes in here into the massage area and is like, he just sits down and I'm like, he's like, you don't have to give me a massage. And I was like, okay, that's up to you. Do you want your money back? And he's like, no, I just want to spend time with you and I just want your attention. And I said, well, this is kind of a sad case here. I said, are you married? He's like, yeah, and they're splitting up or something, and he just wants attention. So I'm more than willing to give that. I don't have to fucking do anything, you know. I'll try to talk to the guy. Well, then he starts getting all fucking uncomfortable, I guess, is what you could call that. And he's like, well, I guess I'm just gonna go. And I'm like, you really don't have to, you know. You've paid me for an hour of my time, and you've only been here for fucking 10 minutes. So the dude is like, no, I'm just gonna go. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever you want. That's up to you. Are you sure you don't want your money back? And he's like, no, just keep it. The dude gets in his car and fucking drives off. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I can say that I truly hope that the events that I literally suffered in the last 2 weeks of 2015 never rear their fucking ugly head again. Honey, outside of me being kidnapped, which I have an entire video on that I just made on like 2 days before fucking Christmas. And outside of that big situation, then I have these tenants, and I'm going to do this video on many things, or a few things, I suppose. Primarily, it will probably be on those tenants and my work environment at the present time. I have set in my mind that I will never rent to anyone else again. And yes, I've said that before, but 2016, I'm starting over. Not to mention the fact that as much as New Year's Day means to me, like midnight on New Year's Eve means to me, because I believe that you begin your new year and whatever you do. So anyhow, I'm like, I get my New Year's kiss from some amazing guy I met. And no, lo and fucking behold, at the strike of 12 midnight, my fucking stagecoach turned into a damn pumpkin, and I mean a knucklehead fucking pumpkin. This dude pulled out all the fucking stops. It is almost as if he had an alarm set in his brain to fucking go off at midnight on New Year's Eve. Honey, this fool totally flipped this fucking script. He went from like perfection to like a fucking psycho in like 0.5 seconds. And I'm not kidding. I literally had to throw him out of my house. I'm going to gloss over a subject really quickly, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But I've been off of the medicine that I am supposed to take for my fibromyalgia, which is a horrible illness. I've been off of it for 2 weeks. And about week 1 of being off of it, I started to notice that I was losing weight. My nose was constantly gushing blood all of the time while I was on this medicine. And it like a week later, after being off of it, it completely fucking stopped. So I'm like, something's not right about this. Well, then on top of that, with my being off of my medicine, I started to be able to feel my body again. Like aches and pains, and I don't bruise as easily as I was bruising. Um, the only really bad part about me being off my medicine is I can't really sleep. I will take cat naps, or I will be up all hours of the fucking night and then sleep till like 3 o'clock in the fucking afternoon. It's the only thing that's really affected is my sleep. And I have to spend a lot of time by myself because my temper will flare like a fucking bonfire in a heartbeat if somebody pisses me off or I get frustrated or anxious. I don't. All these girls at work are sick, so if my voice sounds distorted, which this fucking thing distorts my voice anyhow, I'm having like a horrible allergy attack. There's like a frog in my throat that I cannot kill. I mean, I cannot get rid of it. I have tried everything. So just overlook my voice. I'm going to share a couple of things that I've learned over my lifetime with you as my subscribers. You can take it or leave it. I'm here to tell you that these are facts and they are going to remain facts. And the more quickly you acknowledge that they are facts and start using them in your life, trust me, shit changes really quickly. And the first point I'm going to make is that if you look at your life right this very moment in time, just with your work, with your girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, whatever, your children, if you sit down for 5 seconds and breathe and look at your life and see today as being January 3rd, 2016, and realize that that is an actual moment in time, and then think about the fact that in 50 years, what you're sitting there doing right now with all of your problems, all of your good, even the good things, in 50 years, they're not even going to fucking matter. In 10 years, they're not even going to matter. And when you can reach the point in your life where you live day by day and you see that what happened today, tomorrow is not going to fucking matter, you'll learn to live a more happy life a hell of a lot more quickly. Another point I want to make, let me scratch my nose. If you want to accomplish something that I don't care what it is, if you want to play the fucking violin, if you want a ride to work because you do not drive, my coughing's starting to act up now. Anything that you want to accomplish, and I do mean anything, if you want to color in a fucking book or do a crossword puzzle, or if you want to go visit another country, make arrangements that will allow you to count on only yourself. And I do mean only yourself. If you let someone else try to tell you how to do something better or whatever, I mean, take people's advice by all means, but at the end of the day, make sure that you and what you want to accomplish are designed by your own rules. Because I'm here to tell you that you could be riding a bicycle down the road at this very moment in time, and it does not take but one person to take a fucking stick and jam it in your bicycle spokes and throw you off of that motherfucker. And that is exactly what society and people want to do. They do not want you to reach your goal. Well, 98% of people don't. There are true friends and family members who do want to see you reach your goal. And I can honestly say that there are family members who also don't want to see you reach your goal. So ultimately, you have to depend and count on only yourself. So if you make a plan A with somebody, sister, friend, cousin, co-worker, in the back of your mind, always have a fucking plan B, because trust me, 80% of the time, maybe even more, you're going to need to use your plan B. You will all be thrilled to know, and how I forgot this is beyond me, because you've been hearing about it for a fucking eternity. My ex, the one who broke in here and ultimately tried to fucking kill me, here's the good news from 2015. I won my court case against him. Not like that should be shocking, considering the fact he's fucking crazy. And you're gonna love this. 2 days before we're supposed to go to court, which ironically enough was on the anniversary of the day he beat the fuck out of me 2 years earlier. This motherfucker has the nerve to try to contact me through one of my Craigslist ads and send me nude photographs of himself like I'd never been down that road before, and ask me if we wanted to get back, if I wanted to get back together with him. No, I don't fucking think so. I don't know if this is some kind of damn ploy for you to like manipulate me into not telling the fucking truth in court, but honey, that ain't gonna happen. So anyhow, fortunately enough for myself, I had a great fucking attorney who literally, I told you I was gonna crucify that motherfucker, and that's exactly what happened. Actually, my attorney did it. But when I told the judge, who also happens to be an acquaintance of mine, that this individual had sent those pictures to me and that I would be more than willing to go out to my vehicle and get my computer and show him all of the pertinent information, the email address, the name, photographs of the individual in complete nude. Honey, that judge's eyes were as big as fucking saucers. He was like, I think that was the breaking point. He pretty much was like, Jessica, you can get down off the stand now because, and it's not necessary for you to go get your computer because I fully believe you, and, this is just, I mean, he literally busted out fucking laughing. After he was like, he went from angry to like laughing in no time whatsoever. I mean, he was literally fucking taken aback by the fact that somebody could be so fucking stupid. I mean, he literally looked at my ex like laser beams were shooting from his fucking eyes and he was going to just disintegrate him right before the entire fucking courtroom. So I want to go to my mother's tomorrow. I've been, since I spent my 7 days in jail for a crime I did not even fucking commit. At any rate, I learned a lot. The interesting thing about me going to jail was the fact that most of the people that were, deputies that came to my cell and, blah, 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 had worked with one of my ex-friends. She used to be a deputy and would go around in the jails and do all that shit that they do and watch you and handcuff you and do all that shit. It was so fucking crazy how many people knew her and how they associated with me and gave me like things that they refused to give to other inmates and shit. But anyhow, I've got to go to my mother's tomorrow, and I've been spending time with she and my sister and my nephew at least once a week. I'll go to there and spend the night. Just so I have that family time. And the perfectly funny thing about this was when I got out of jail, my sister and I and my mother sat around her bonfire in her backyard, and I suggested that we do that anyway. And they both agreed that that would not ever happen, and yet here it's happening. I mean, come on now. There is a perfectly valid reason as to why I do not like going out of town to my mother's. It's got a little bit of post-traumatic stress wrapped up in it. Uh, the last time I told you about this in my last video, when I left the house and like my roommates or my two tenants, the couple, I came home from my mother's and my entire fucking house was destroyed after I spent hours and hours cleaning it. I was not at all thrilled about that. I almost shit right in the fucking floor when I walked through the door and saw that. Well, a week ago, and thank God it was in 2015 still, so I can get past that a lot more quickly since it's a new year. Last week, my roommate comes home alone, and this motherfucker is abusive as hell towards his girlfriend, and I did not even know that they had broken up. But he comes in by himself, and he's like hitting on me, like trying to pick me up and shit, like hitting on me. Not physically, you know what I'm talking about. But he comes home and he's like putting moves and shit on me. And I've got one of my friends here that, I don't want to fucking deal with that shit. And he's ugly as fuck anyhow. Like, I would give him the time of day. But anyhow, he comes home by himself. And I'm like, where's your girlfriend and all this and all this? And he just kept saying she's out gallivanting. I said, do you even know what the fuck gallivanting means? He's like, no, just look it up. Look it up. So I read off sorry, my eyes are really dry in this room. I read off the fucking definition of gallivanting, and he said, yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly what she's doing. And I was like, okay, like, you would ever allow that shit to fucking happen? Something's not right with this picture. So anyhow, the next morning, I don't know where the fuck he went overnight. I have no fucking idea. But I think he, like, was hanging out on the back porch or something. So anyhow, the next morning, my mother comes to get me. And I go to spend the night at her house. Well, the next day, I come home to get ready for work, and here it is, it's like 1 o'clock in the fucking afternoon. Mama drops me off, and she is sitting in her car. And I open my front door, honey, and I swear to you, I almost had a fucking stroke. My entire goddamn house was destroyed. This motherfucker had not only ripped the ornaments off my fucking Christmas tree and busted them in the floor. He had written on my wall, numerous walls in my house, in permanent fucking marker, different things, not anything negative towards me, but written on my walls in permanent fucking marker. He had poured some kind of chemical, which I'm assuming is bleach, in my 55-gallon fish tank. The floors look like he had literally gone outside and picked up trash and just threw it in the fucking floor. I walk through my fucking kitchen. There is a moped, a scooter, parked in my fucking kitchen. I'm going to show you physical evidence, like photographs of what is going on. There was a window that was busted out. The fucking back door was standing wide open, and there was nobody here except some random dude that I do not know from Adam's fucking house cat sitting on my back porch. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on in my house? All my plants were ripped up by the fucking roots. There was shit. There was a vibrator, like a sex toy, on my fucking kitchen table, among other things. There were needles with blood and some kind of fucking chemical in them every fucking where. There was even needles stuck in my brown sugar. And I'm talking about, like, literally, like, the plastic bag of brown fucking sugar. There were needles sticking out of it with all kinds of shit in them. I don't know what the fuck it was. I wasn't trying to touch it. There was a vial of something that you're supposed to put pills in. It's a little medical keychain vial. Honey, I don't know what the fuck was in that, but my mom's over here handling the shit. And I'm like, don't fucking touch that shit, you know? First of all, it's got fingerprint evidence on it. I don't know. I'm having the cops fucking come over here. So Mama walks out back and starts talking to this fucking dude. No more than she does that, he walks off. And she calls the fucking cops. Honey, my mop, like that you clean the floor with, is thrown in my fucking fire pit. The fire pit is filled up with so much fucking trash, it looks like somebody just threw all their fucking trash bags out there, which I'm guessing happened. I don't know where the fuck they came from because my house is not that fucking nasty. But anyhow, these random trash bags, glass mirrors broken every fucking where. Chairs had been sliced open. The fucking cotton was coming out of them. And here's this random dude on my back porch. So my mom's like calling the fucking cops. This dude that was sitting on my back porch starts walking back fucking towards my house. And he's like, please don't call the police on me. I've not done anything. I don't know where the hell your roommate is. I don't know where the hell anybody is. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I find out later, apparently this dude had been drugged. I mean, if you're stupid enough to be injecting shit, I don't feel sorry for you. But anyhow, these fucking cops, there's like, I swear to God, like 7 or 8 cops come, and one of them was the cop who not even a week earlier had come over here because I had been kidnapped, and she still had that fucking stuck on stupid look on her face. So anyhow, there's like 7 or 8 cops tackle this fucking dude to the ground, and he's obviously not any kind of threat because he's so fucked up. They grab him, put him in one of their vehicles, and they start badgering me for fucking information. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck went on, honey. I don't know if somebody broke in here. I don't know if my tenants lost their goddamn mind. I don't know what's going on. I just walked through the fucking door to this chaos. And the cop that had been here the week earlier was like, oh my God, your house was like immaculate last week. And now it's like fucking destroyed. It looks like a tornado came through here. And I'm like, yeah. Well, these cops are all standing in my kitchen surrounding this moped and tell me that it's not been stolen, because that was my worst fear. They'd stolen, motherfucker. They're like, it's not been stolen. We're in contact with the person that it belongs to and all this. I'm like, well, that's fine and dandy. Why the fuck's it in the goddamn middle of my kitchen? It does not belong to me. It should not be here. And it certainly does not belong to my tenants. Well, anyhow, these cops are standing around like this the whole fucking time. And I'm like, is somebody going to fucking do something here? I mean, there are 7 or 8 of you. Somebody could fucking be proactive and do something. Pull out a fucking notepad or something. So they asked me for my roommate's number or to call them. So I tried to call them and they wouldn't answer the fucking phone. Of course not. They destroyed my whole goddamn house. The cops are like, well, give us their number. No more than they asked me that. I'm standing here holding my fucking phone out to the cop who had been over here a week ago. And she's not taking the phone out of my hand. She's too busy doing this fucking number, talking to the other cops, and not even acknowledging the fact that I'm standing here saying, here is his phone number. Here is their phone number. I started waving my fucking hands. I'm like, are you fucking serious with this bullshit? No. I was like, you know what? Just fucking leave. I don't even need this melodrama. Y'all are not doing a fucking thing besides wasting taxpayers' money. Standing here, they will leave and tell me that there's no crime being committed. That's strike 2 in a fucking 2 weeks' time against the city of Hickory, North Carolina. That's strike motherfucking 2. I don't give 2 fucks. My house was destroyed, honey. I'm surprised that the walls are still standing. That's how bad this house was. Lo and behold, the cops fucking leave. And I go into my kitchen and I'm looking at this scooter. My mom and I are like, what the fuck? And we're like trying to move this heavy ass damn scooter, but it's got a lock on it. And I have to go to work here very shortly. So I'm already having to call work in between all this shit. And Mama and I are sitting there looking at this scooter, and I look up like at my cabinets, and there is fucking literally a garden tool stuck through my fucking wall. And I do mean like embedded into my fucking wall. How the hell crazy a person has to be to do something like that, or how fucked up on drugs, I would never be able to tell you. I do not understand it. Oh my God, honey, I damn near had a heart attack. I was like, I cannot go to work like this. I'm a fucking basket case. Honey, my hands were shaking. These people have a fucking key to my house. I do not want them back around here. These goddamn cops ain't gonna do shit. I have got to go buy a fucking another gun. Because they took my other one whenever I went to jail. I mean, I'm fucking speechless that somebody could be that fucking crazy. So anyhow, I text my fucking tenants and I said, you are not fucking permitted to come anywhere goddamn near my property ever fucking again. Your shit will be sitting on the damn curb. That was a fucking nightmare all by itself. Fortunately for me, his sister's fucking contacted me all night. Not even his mom or him. Now, he's missing in fucking action. But I start getting random calls that night at work from his fucking sister who's trying to cuss me and shit. And I'm like, I came home and my whole goddamn house was destroyed. This is a fucking crime scene. There's drugs every goddamn where. I'm not touching these fucking needles. You know, that's dangerous. And she's trying to cuss me and shit. And I'm like, bitch, you've got the wrong fucking one for that shit, first of all. And she's like, I said, your brother and these people are not fucking allowed back on my goddamn property. I don't give a fuck what excuse you try to come up with. They're not coming back to my fucking house, and their shit will be sitting outside. Oh no, honey. She's like, well, we'll get our attorney involved and all that. I said, that's probably in your best fucking interest is to do that, because I am pressing charges against her. When I find out all the information, I'm pressing charges against whoever the fuck did this to my house. Oh no, the next day I was off of work. I'm getting hoarse. Lord, this is damn illness. Mama comes over here and is trying to help me clean this house up. Honey, I'm telling you, we literally had to take a fucking shovel and get shit out of their bedroom, off the floor. There were more needles in there. There was so much fucking shit crammed under their mattress. Speaking of mattresses, their mattress had holes cut in it where there were obviously drugs hidden at one point in time. Floors are fucking nasty. They have shot something all over my walls. It looks like somebody ejaculated all over that fucking bedroom wall. So Mom and I are in there trying to clean this shit up to the best of our ability. And here comes Big Sis again. His sister fucking calls, and she's like, hey Jessica, what's up? Acting like she's my best fucking friend. I just fucking hung up on her. I guess she thought the call dropped because she called me. She called me right back, and my mom answers the fucking phone. I wasn't trying to touch it. Oh, my mom cussed this bitch out, and she said, you got 2 fucking hours to get over here and get this goddamn shit off my daughter's property, or we're going to have an entire force of police officers and attorneys over at this house, and somebody's going to fucking jail. Oh, no, honey. About an hour and a half later, my mother had to go get my sister at work. So she leaves me here, and she's planning on coming back within that 2-hour time frame, which, of course, she makes it in. These motherfuckers show up like 15 minutes before their time is up. So my mom is like she brings my sister here, and they're trying to pretend like I'm not even in the fucking house, because I don't want to see these people. I didn't know whether I would fucking go out there and blow somebody's fucking head off with the slightest wrong comment, or if I would just break down fucking crying. So my nerves are still fucking shot, having to clean up all this shit. And these fucking people are literally, this is what I was having to deal with this entire time. These fucking people are like telling my mother, oh, he's paid his rent up through this month. And my mom's like, no, the fuck he's not. He ain't paid not a goddamn dime of rent since he's moved in here. And he owes my daughter over $900 fucking of money. And they're standing there trying to fucking argue with her like they know what the fuck's going on or has been going on around here. And they're sitting there fucking calling my mom all kinds of names and shit, and talking about how they're going to get their attorney involved and all this. And I'm like, my mom's like, if he's done all this and paid all this money, I want you to produce some fucking receipts. They were like, well, we will. And Mama comes in here and she's like, do they have receipts for this shit? And I said, fuck no. If they do, they're forged. These people are fucking crazy. I mean, goddamn. Who can fucking destroy a house like that? But the worst part of this whole fucking thing is, the most mind-blowing part of this entire thing is that his mother, his sister, and he all acted like I was just going to let him move right the fuck back in here after he destroyed my house like that and not paid rent. They literally stood out there dumbfounded as to why I was not going to fucking let him set foot across the threshold of my house again. It does not take a fucking science genius to know why I would not do that. I mean, come the fuck on. Hours pass. They're here for like an hour and a half, 2 hours trying to move his shit. Neither one of them fat fucking cunts would help him move his shit into that vehicle, that whatever. So my mom breaks out this piece of paper and makes him sign it about shit he's gonna leave behind because we're planning on taking the shit to the fucking trash. Like, throwing it on the curb for the garbage man to pick up. No. He wouldn't sign the fucking paper, but he said he wasn't coming back for the rest of the shit, like furniture and all that. So I'm like, fine, I can sell this and make some kind of a profit to make up for all the fucking bills I paid and not had any rent money towards them. By the way, how do you like my nails? I did yin and yang. My hands look fucking gargantuan on here. They're black and white. My toenails are the same. I just got this bright idea today. At any rate, speaking of trash, after we were in the process of cleaning out that bedroom before my mother left to go get my sister, and we filled up, like, I swear, 15 or 20 trash bags of shit out of that room. Clothes, bugs. I'm sure there was a rat or two in there. Anything we could shovel into them fucking bags, we did. And honey, let me tell you that when these fucking people came over here with him to get his shit, they took every goddamn. They were standing on my fucking in my yard, going through them trash bags with needles and every fucking thing else in them now. Going through them fucking trash bags. It's obvious he was looking for fucking drugs that he had stashed somewhere. And not only do they go through the fucking trash bags on my fucking front lawn, they take 98% of them and leave like 3 or 4 behind. No, honey. Okay, so they fucking leave. Mama's trying to convince me to come down there and spend the night. I said, I'm not fucking leaving my house. I've got to clean this rat's nest up before I am attacked by every fucking vermin known to the globe. I'm not doing that. I'm going to bleach this shit. Which I still hadn't touched that room, and it's been almost a fucking week. Oh no, honey. I get up the next morning and Mama comes up here for some reason. I think it was to take me to work or something. And this motherfucker has come back over here, taken the rest of the trash bags, and dumped my entire garbage can and recycle bin, which these are fucking huge ass city trash cans, all over my fucking yard. Now tell me that this motherfucker did not have drugs hidden somewhere and was trying to find the damn things. So my mom was like, what the fuck is this shit? That was the last fucking straw. I just fucking had it at that point. I could not take any more. I was like, look, I'm going to go in here. I'm not even fucking going to work. I'm just going to go here and clean this fucking house before I have a goddamn stroke. So mom was like, well, me and your sis will help. So they hung out here for a little bit and helped. I go down to see one of my friends. One of these homeless fucking people that I know from the street. I go down to see one of my friends, and there is a fucking pack of people at his tent. And they're all like, fucking crack whores and every damn thing else. I'm like talking to him, and he's like, I heard your house got broken into. I said, I don't know who misinformed you, but that's not the fucking case. My damn tenant went goddamn psycho, apparently, and destroyed my fucking house. You need to get your damn story straight. Oh, no, honey. Since that time, here it is a week later, and that shit has flown around this damn city like a bonfire. A California fucking wildfire. Everybody's fucking calling me. Now, mind you, I don't hear from these fucking people ever. But now everybody's fucking calling me and asking me, oh, what happened with your house and all this shit? And I'm like, I just don't even want to fucking answer the damn phone. At any rate, here it is a week later, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more secure in my house, but my nerves are so fucking shot still from having serious post-traumatic stress to fucking begin with over all the psychos I've dealt with since I've lived in this town. I can hear a fucking pin drop a mile down the goddamn road. That's how fragile my nerves are right now from all this fucking nonsense. Thank God it's 2016 and not 2015. I want that shit to be left in the fucking past.